played with Molly Hatchet in March of this year, like right before, I think it was the week before first lockdown happened and then everything shut down. So yeah, we haven't played live since, I think that was the last one, yeah. That would have been early March. Actually all of our last shows have been with like 70s Southern rock bands. I don't know why that's the crowd that we get, but it is, and so we work with it. We put out, well, back in August of last year, we recorded an EP, which was to be the first half of our second album, and we were gonna put that out in March-ish, and then immediately start work on the next album. But then again, COVID happened, and we at the time we didn't know how significant it would be because everything seemed to be really bad, and so we didn't have any in-person communication with each other for a couple of months until it sort of got straightened out. But right now we're working on what will be the second half of the second album. So we'll release that as the second EP, and then we'll combine the two, add some more songs. That'll be the second album. We hope to have it recorded by January, at least the second EP. I don't know when we'll release it. We got to figure out how exactly we want to do that, because we're not working with our record label right now. So yeah, we're just doing everything in-house. It'll probably be like late spring of next year. I'd say maybe March, but we still have a lot of work to do. We started meeting up for the first time in August, I think, right after we wanted to dip our toes into the water a little bit more. So we met in August, and we just had dinner together and thought, you know what, let's put this back together. And we met a few times to write, and then one of our guys came down with COVID, and it was pretty bad. And so that was yet another like, okay, well, I guess we're not doing that. But Alex and I have been sending each other stuff back and forth since then. So we're still writing. It's just we all have not been in the same room together since March. Yeah, last year was ridiculous. In May, we got our song put into some independent film, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, whatever. And then the producer of that movie asked if we'd want to, like, we'd been nominated for some award at the Hollywood Silver Screen Festival. I was like, oh, that's even cooler. And so she called me up and said, do you guys want to come play at the award ceremony in Los Angeles? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And so that night we were playing with Tony McAlpine at the Zoo Bar, and I brought it up thinking I was going to get shot down. Like, there's no way in hell I can convince these guys to just pick up shop and go to Los Angeles for 2 weeks. And evidently they were all cool with it. Greg was like, yep, let's go. Well, our main objective is to pretend like we're not doing anything and then come out with another album. We've noticed that I think our strategy is that since every band in Lincoln is really, and rightfully so, if they're able to practice, go for it, but we just haven't been able to. They're pushing their music constantly, and I feel like people are going to want something new after 6 months of the same few bands that are still active. So that's our approach, is just do it in secrecy, and then we got another album and we're writing the third already. So the goal is to have the EP published by March, or released by March anyway. So basically, so that's where the bulk of what we're going to be doing is going to happen. I'm sick of it. Like, so many people I know have gotten this and just lost so much of their productivity in their life that I can't, in good conscience, not enforce a very basic policy. It's not like I'm asking you to do anything extreme. Just wear a mask, man. That's all it is. It's not that I personally feel uncomfortable performing. It's that I don't feel comfortable asking people to come and see an in-person performance. I don't like the idea of gathering a crowd of people, because, like, I see these videos of bars in like Florida and LA, and they're just packed full. Nobody's wearing a mask. And they wonder why the COVID rate is so high. So I'm not gonna. If anything, I think we're not doing it the rest of the year at all, period. No live performances the rest of the year. So that Blue Oyster Cult asked us to open for them, and then Blue Oyster Cult canceled, and so we're like, all right, nothing for the rest of the year. And I don't know, I guess we'll just reassess the situation in January.